Now, paper EL6501, Unit 4, SCR. Second lecture topic is equivalent circuit of SCR. Equivalent circuit of an SCR. So we know that SCR, that means this is your PN, PN, P, N, P, and this is your P, N, P, and this is your anode, and this is your cathode, and this is your gate. Second way, the circuit, equivalent circuit, we can draw like this: two P type. This is your P, N, P, P, N, P. The second is N, P, N, N, P, and that means two transistors. This is your anode, this is your cathode, right? This N, it is connected with the N, this P, it is connected with the P, right? So this is your transistor 1, this is your transistor 2. In this first transistor, this is your emitter, this is your base, and this is your collector. Here, the second transistor, this is your collector, this is your base, and this is your emitter, right? And in this P2P connection, this is your gate. This is your gate. I repeat, two transistors in this PNP transistor, PNP transistor, and NPN transistor, NPN transistor connected back to back. In the first transistor, this is your emitter, base, collector. Second transistor, this is your collector, base, emitter. That means base, it is connected the first transistor, and second transistor, the base, it is connected to the collector of the second transistor. In the circuit form, we can say that this is your first transistor, base, this is your emitter, and this is your collector. This collector, it is connected to the base of the second transistor, connected to the base of the second transistor. This is your emitter. This emitter, it is nothing but it is your cathode. This is your anode. The base, it is connected to the collector of the second transistor. This is the base. This is collector. This is the base. It is connected to the collector of the second transistor. This arrow shows emitter. This arrow shows emitter of the transistor. So this is your NPN transistor and PNP transistor, right? So arrow shows inside, that means PNP. Arrow shows outside, that means NPN, right? Now we discuss these figures. The SCR shown in the above figure can be visualized as separated into two transistors as shown in the figure. Hence, the equivalent circuit of SCR is composed of PNP transistor, PNP transistor, and NPN transistor connected as shown in the figure. It is clear that collector of each transistor collector of each transistor, it is connected to the base of the second transistor. See, this is your collector, it is connected to the transistor 1, transistor 2, and the collector of T2, it is connected to the base of the transistor 1. So this is the system of the connection. The working of the SCR also very easily explained from its equivalent circuit. So we can discuss the equivalent circuit. The equivalent circuit is looks like this. This is your transistor 1. This is your emitter. Emitter, it is connected to the load, and positive negative supply. That means this is your anode, this is your collector, it is connected to the base of the second transistor, and the collector of the second transistor connected to the base of the first transistor. This is transistor 1, transistor 2. This is your emitter, it is nothing but it is your cathode, and this is connected to the cathode, and this is nothing but this is our gate, and the gate, there is a small value 1.5 volt or 2 volt supply, and this is your switch, S, right? When it is connected, gate voltage is given. When it is disconnected, there is no gate voltage, right? The working of the SCR can easily explain, very easily explain. We can say that this is your RL, anode. Where is cathode? This is your cathode, and this is your gate. Figure shows the equivalent circuit of the SCR with a supply voltage V and load resistance RL. Assume that the supply voltage V is less than breakover voltage, as it is usually in the case. With gate open, that means switch S is open, there is no base current in the transistor T2. Therefore, no current flows in the collector of T2 and hence that of T1. Under such conditions, the SCR is open. However, if switch S is closed, a small gate current will flow through the base of T2, which means its collector current will increases. The collector current of T2 is the base current of T1. Therefore, collector current of T1 increases. But collector current of T1 is the base current of T2. This action is accumulative, since an increase of the current in one transistor causes an increase of current in the other transistor. See here, the base is increases, that means collector increases, this collector increases, the base current increases, this increase the collector current, again the base is increases. This is the repetitive process. This action is accumulative, since an increase of current in one transistor causes an increase of current in the other transistor. As a result of this action, both the transistors are driven to saturation and heavy current flows through the load RL. Under such condition, the SCR close. Under such condition, the SCR close, that means in off condition. In off condition. No, SCR is closed, that means on condition. That means on condition. Now we are discussing about the some important terms. Some important terms of the SCR. So be remember, as a definition, it is very useful. Important terms used when we are using SCR. The first one is the breakover voltage. Breakover voltage. Define breakover voltage. What is breakover voltage? That means it is the minimum forward voltage minimum forward voltage when the gate being open, when gate being open, at which SCR as a at which SCR starts conducting heavily. SCR starts conducting, that means in on condition heavily. This is nothing but this is known as the breakover voltage. For example, if the breakover voltage of SCR is 200 volt, breakover voltage is equal to 200 volt, it means that it can be block a forward voltage as long as the supply voltage is less than 200 volt. If the supply voltage is more than this value, then SCR will be turned on. In practice, the SCR is operated with the supply voltage less than breakover voltage, and it is then turned on by means of a small voltage applied to the gate. Commercially available SCR have breakover voltage from about 50 volt to 500 volt. The second term is the peak reverse voltage. Peak reverse voltage, PRV. It is the maximum reverse voltage. The definition is it is the maximum reverse voltage, that means cathode positive with respect to anode, that can be applied to an SCR without conducting in the reverse direction, without conducting to the reverse direction. I repeat, it is the maximum reverse voltage that can be applied to an SCR without conducting in the reverse direction. Peak reverse voltage is an important consideration while connecting an SCR in an AC circuit. During the negative half of the AC supply, reverse voltage is applied across the SCR. If peak reverse voltage PRV is exceeded, there may be avalanche breakdown and the SCR will be damaged if the external circuit does not limit the current. Commercially available SCR have PRV rating, PRV, peak reverse voltage rating, up to 2.5 kilovolt. The third one is the holding current. Holding current. What is holding current? Then it is the maximum anode current. It is the maximum anode current. It is the maximum anode current, gate being open at that time, gate being open, at which SCR is turned off, at which SCR is turned off. SCR is turned off from the on condition. Turned off from the on condition. That means when the SCR is on condition, this is the maximum anode current at that time, gate being open, at which SCR is turned off. This is nothing but it is known as the holding current. As discussed here, when SCR is in the conducting state, it cannot be turned off even if the gate voltage is removed. The only way to turn off or open the SCR is to reduce the supply voltage to almost zero, at which point the internal transistor comes out of the saturation and opens the SCR. The anode current under this condition is very small and it is known as the holding current. Hence, if an SCR has a holding current of 5 milliampere, it means that if anode current is made less than 5 milliampere, then SCR will be turned off. The next important terms is the forward current rating. Is the forward current rating. The important terms here. Next one is the forward current rating. It is the maximum anode current. It is the maximum anode current that an SCR is capable. SCR is capable of passing without without destruction. I repeat, it is the maximum anode current that an SCR is capable of passing without destruction. It is known as forward current rating. For example, every SCR has a safe value of forward current rating which it can conduct. If the value of current exceeds this value, the SCR may be destroyed due to the intensive heating at the junctions. For example, if an SCR has a forward current rating of 40 ampere, it means that the SCR can safely carry only 40 ampere. Any attempt to exceed this value will result in the destruction of the SCR or SCR will be damaged. Commercially available SCR have forward current rating from 30 ampere to 100 ampere, right? The last one is the circuit fusing rating. The last one is the circuit fusing the rating. That means I square T. It is the product of square of forward surge current and the time of duration of the surge. I repeat, circuit fusing rating, it is nothing but it is the product of square of forward current, I square of forward current and the time duration, and this is equal to circuit fusing rating. This is the equation of circuit fusing rating. The circuit fusing rating indicates the maximum forward surge current capability of the SCR. I repeat, the circuit fusing rating indicates the maximum forward surge current capability of SCR. For example, consider an SCR having circuit fusing rating of 90 ampere square second. If this rating is exceed in the SCR circuit, the device will be destroyed by excessive power dissipation. That's all. Next lecture we will discuss some of the example regarding these important terms and regarding the equivalent circuit of the SCR. Thank you.